So the Trump administration now appealing a judge's decision to block raids on criminal migrants in L.A. It comes after a massive raid at a California marijuana farm nets more than 360 arrests. It doesn't even include the minors as well as they were there. Fox News legal analyst Greg Jarrett joins us now. So I read through this thick file from the court, and one of the arguments that they continue to make is that it's a Fourth Amendment issue, unreasonable search and seizures. Does it meet that burden, Greg?
Well, I think the actions of ICE are in satisfaction of the Fourth Amendment, LJ. This judge's order is based on an assumption that people are being stopped or detained solely based on race or speaking Spanish or being present at a particular location. And I doubt that's going to hold up on appeal. First of all, the ruling is way overbroad. Second, she admits that ICE is authorized to conduct deportation. The only question is whether they have what's called reasonable suspicion that suspects are here illegally. Well, that is a very low threshold, below probable cause. So when, for example, ICE obtains reliable evidence that a business is employing illegal migrants, they already have reasonable suspicion when they arrive. Then they question the workers, they secure further evidence. All of that supports then their arrests. And that conforms with the law, LJ. So this may be, I think, another example of a judge whose political bias is influencing her decision.
Well, so Greg, I may be off base here, but they're federal agents, which means that they enforce federal law. Not just immigration, that's what they're assigned to. There's a legal debate over marijuana, but federal law is still clear when it comes to marijuana. They know this is a marijuana plant. Can't they detain people that are working on that farm on that alone?
Absolutely. And remember, the legal standard for detaining and questioning somebody is a subjective one. It involves a collection of what's called articulable facts that somebody's in violation of immigration law or federal law. LJ, as you point out, and context is important. It includes location, behavior, information from sources. So a lot of these raids by ICE, particularly the marijuana farms, satisfy the legal requirement quite easily. Now, is race or ethnicity a factor? Of course it is. Common sense tells us that. And the Supreme Court has said that race is a permissible factor as long as it's not the only reason, and invariably it's not. If a suspect...
That's exactly right, Greg. It's illegal for racial profiling, but a criminal profile can include race. I just want to play for our audience, for the C, to put it on the big board, of some of the people they arrested, because I think it tells a story. It wasn't just 14 migrants that were juveniles, but 9 of them were unaccompanied, and this is who they were with. There's a Mexican alien convicted of rape and DUI, El Salvadorian alien convicted of DUI and hit and run and property damage, a Mexican alien convicted of 3 times for burglary and DUI, and another Mexican alien that was accused of kidnapping, attempted rape, and child molestation. So not your typical people that you want to be a part of society here in the United States. Greg Jarrett, thank you, sir.
My pleasure.
All right, we still got a big show coming up here on Fox.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.